All right, y'all, I'm a little nervous here. I don't know if you can see me very well, but I got all the lights on. It's still early morning. I'm just like, all right, here, we're going to get to it because it is time for us to remember who the hell we are. It really is. I have been given a vision of how we even got here and became in existence. So I'm going to share this with you. So basically, Source was up there going, living in bliss. You know, I can't even say up there. Source was all that is, living in bliss. There ain't no up or down. And being like, yeah, I know absolutely everything. There is everything. I am all that is, ever was, and ever will be just here. What would happen if I could feel all the things that I know? If I could interact with all the things that I know? So Source fractaled out into every single one of us so that we could have a different experience, so we could feel all the feelings that there are to feel. That's what has happened. So Source fractaled out into all these little particles of light. And we are the particles of light. And so the dome was created, our realm that we live in, our gyroscope, our plane, our planet, and we are in here. And so we were able to come through the dome, which is light coming through light, and it is pinpointed. And now we get to experience all the things that are on in this realm because we have forgotten this was Eden. This still is Eden. We have spent our entire lives trying to figure out how do we not live in the box? How do we be different? How are we? What is our purpose? All of these things. And we sit here in front of a box, putting ourselves in a box that was created for us to be trapped in. Everything that is real is being taken away to confuse us so that we do not remember that we are Source God. We are that fractal of light experiencing what we need to experience. And it is not supposed to be fucking hard. It's the powers that be that went, ooh, we can use that light. All those narcissists, right? Those sociopaths. Because we have to have that too, because it's part of it. You have the light in the dark. If spirit is all that is, all that ever was, then it is both light and dark. It is both the shadow and the path. Our ego. We are not supposed to kill our ego. We're supposed to make friends with our ego. We're not supposed to run from the shadows, which is just the heavy things that we don't want to see because we've been taught not to look at the heavy stuff, not feel the heavy stuff, all the sorrows and the pains, right? That's part of life. That's part of the experience of seeing, of feeling, of tasting, of hearing. It is the spirit within that creates the being. This is just what our light looks like on the outside. But we are still light on the inside, honey. We are spirit here in this plane. And you can say it's like being in a video game because there are people out there that say, oh yeah, it's the Matrix and it's a hologram and it's all that. Yes, it is. It is Source in the greatest point of imagination ever. That's why when you think of something, you create a thing. Because it's all imagination. That's why we've been taught, do not imagine things. That's why if we all together imagine the world that we truly wanted, it could happen overnight. If we all sat here and imagined like the walls in Palestine, they're all freaking starving to death because they absolutely refuse to let food go in there. All of these babies and the bombs, and now there's freaking, I don't even know all the stuff. You'd have to look. If we all imagined, every one of us, imagined that those walls were down and the food came in and those people had plenty of clean water and nourishment for their bodies, it would happen. If we all imagined that everyone in this world got along and realized that, hey, you're spirit in physical form. so that we can play in this video game because we chose our avatar. We chose what we wanted to learn. We chose what we wanted to do. We're just here to experience it. We've just forgotten how powerful we are. We forgot that we are spirit. That's why collectively we are God. We are the I am. The I am that I am. The light and the dark. The Alpha and the Omega. We are that, each of us. Because you cannot be if I am. Because you are me. Just in a fractal. That's why we feel separate. But being here, when we first got here, our energy was so big. Our spirit, our consciousness was not only inside and on our physical realm, our physical body, but it is also the energy levels that go out. Consciousness is the point that creates us, the everything. We only see this. We've been taught to block out the fact that we actually have energy levels, that we walk around like we're bubbles. And if your energy field was huge, if you knew your power, if you stood in your power, you would feel and see the other energies. You would know that, hey, no thing can come into my energy bubble unless I like unzip my bubble and let it in. And that's what we do when people say hateful things. We let it in because we think it's thrown at us. And what is happening is the experience that the person is having. They're spitting it out in their own energy field. But because we are not aware that that is how we are created, we assume that it's being thrown at us. And so we absorb that energy. So we're then connected to that always because we're connected to each other anyway. Everything we do. That's why when we share love, we're connected to. But it's in a different way. Because the negative energy is like two little bubbles going, we're coming in and now we're stuck together. Because this person over here said something really bad and you're over here and you're like, what the hell? And then you still have some of their bubble, right? Well, if it is love light, because it is so light, it is so expansive, it is so levitated, if you will, that when we share love, our bubbles expand. And then we can feel each other because then our bubbles of energy are actually connected to one another. And we realize that there was never a separation. But because we were walking around here going, oh, wow, this is great. We can experience this. And, oh, this is fun. And this is good. And this tastes so lovely. And, wow. The seeing and hearing and feeling. And, oh, man, this is so yummy. And then the pain came in. And we were like, whoa, I've not experienced that in this realm. Like that was fun. What the hell was that? Because energy's energy. It's not good or bad. It just is. So yeah, all the powers that be decided to take control over that. So then they started implanting things of separation, of division. Let's be against one another. If you do not look out in this world and see that they are literally forcing separation, and they have forced separation for as long as they could be in control. We are not separate. I don't give a damn what color your skin is. You shouldn't give a damn what color my skin is, or my eyes, or my hair, or my anything. You should be like, fucking, wow, that is a very unique individual. You have a unique light that you shine. Because you do. And it's fucking fabulous. It's fucking fabulous. So I will say this. When I shared this story, this vision I had, this whole energy of source fractaling out into each and every one of us. And it makes sense, because if you take a light and you shine it through a glass, like say we have a filament and it's just frozen water holding over us, right? You can see the light pinpointing in. That's you. You never left all that is. This realm was created so that we could have the experience of the five senses. We are not separate at all. We just believe. We have been made to believe. We have been tricked into believing we are separate. Anywho, so I tell my daughter this story, and she looks at me and she's like, oh, wow. You know, not to downplay anything that I just shared with her, but it was the story of astrology, the story of, what do you call that? The zodiac, beginning with Aries. And for some reason, that story has been taken away from us. The power of astrology and the zodiac has been taken away from us. Because if you learn the story and then you go, okay, there's Aries and Taurus, and you go through all of those all the time, and it's just giving you, you're going to a new level in life. You're just a new level. That's it. It's no different than, I hear people say all the time, oh, well, you passed this lesson. Oh, you passed this test. You passed this test. It's not a test. You're simply leveling up. That's all you're doing. Yeah, you grow, you do your thing. Yeah, you completed level 1. You can't do anything other than go to level 2, right? You complete level 2, you can't do anything but go to level 3, right? And then there's all these other fun things that we can do in all these different levels. I mean, if you want to count a level as a year, you can do that. You want to count a level as a cycle of life, do that too. It would work in any way you do it. You know, our bodies are supposed to be completely new, all of our cells, all of our everything, in 7 years. Our body renews. We are not supposed to fall apart so easily. You know, 120. Our bodies are programmed to live to 120, and that's the minimum, guys. That's the minimum. Our bodies are programmed to heal, and we have forgotten how to do that. We have forgotten. We are absolutely magnificent beings. We are spirit. We together create all that is, all that ever was, and all that ever will be. Why do you think spirit knows all? Because spirit is all things. The universe, the solar system, our freaking realm that we live in. The thing we call Earth, the thing that in the gyroscope, the dome. I think the dome is in the gyroscope, but that's, you know. We are. We together. We. It's we. And we need to start looking. All of this started is because I was watching, I don't even know what it was. Gregg Braden was talking about what, AI being the new spiritual authority or something. And I'm like, y'all go watch that. I'll find the thing and put it down here because it's definitely an eye-opener. Because it shows you how, what direction we're headed. And I have said before, everything they've got for those flipping computers, doesn't matter how big it is, they got from us, the way our bodies work. And we are made to believe that we are dumber than a freaking computer? No, the computer's dumber than we are because there's no way that the computer can be us. There's no way that the computer can have consciousness. There's no way, because we are consciousness. It's not just in your head. It's not just in your cells. It's every part of us, every layer of our energy expanding out to our bubble. And if we choose to, our little bubbles can be massive. And they are when you realize how fucking awesome you are, because you are worthy of all things. There is not one thing on this earth that you cannot have or obtain. Every other person that wants to keep you down will tell you you cannot. But that's because they were told they cannot, because they're following all the powers that should not be, who are trying to dumb us down with all the chemicals that they put in our water. Fluoride, proven to literally stop our intelligence. It lowers the IQ. It's radiation runoff. And they do it for what? Money? They make us work and do the things that we do because they do not want us to think for one moment that we are God. They don't want us to think for one moment that we can create our world, because that's what we do. We create our world. This fucking world revolves around you. I am so tired of hearing, oh, the world doesn't revolve around you. Yeah, it fucking does. Yeah, it does. So won't you stop putting all your shit on me and making me think that I am lower than a fucking pregnant ant? How about that? Treat me as though I am the fucking queen that I am. Show me respect. Honor me. I honor all of you. I respect all of you because I know you're part of me. And how awesome that you are so different. How awesome. Oh my goodness, there are things out there that I look at and I go, oh wow. Oh wow, that's a little much. That's kind of loud for me. But I'm a little calmer person. But oh my goodness, for somebody else, it is the most wonderful treat ever. And that I am joyous for. I could not accept it as a wonderful treat because I don't like going to the concerts and stuff, the screaming and the hollering and the, oh no, that's too much energy for me because I feel all of you. I feel you all. I may be sitting here looking like, oh, I'm a lonely little person in my house. No, not at all. I feel every single one of you. I feel your sorrows. I feel your joys. I feel your pains. When something's going out in this world and I am not aware of it because these eyes have not seen it or these eyes have not heard it, man, my spirit feels it. And I'm on here going, what's happened? What's happened? So I can clear the energy for all of us. Because that's what I do. I tried to teach you all how to clear the energy. And you haven't seen it, start on Rumble if you're on YouTube. All the archives are over there. They had my computer shut down and all my files were lost, so I can't reload on YouTube. So please, yes. I actually go through how to show you how to move the energy in your body, what to do with the energy in your body, where to put it, how to heal yourself. Go watch those videos, please. Help yourself. Gain the knowledge you really need. Remember who you are, because it's time. And I know there's a whole lot of people out here sharing love. You know what really sucks is I'm kind of tired of seeing that all through history, anyone who has shared love ends up fucking murdered. Why do you think that is? Because that one light has gotten so bright that it has allowed all the other lights around it to go, oh my goodness, yeah, I am that too. I feel that love too. These are the things I desire too. And so their energy bubble gets bigger. And the powers that should not be are like, oh, we gotta smash that. We can't let them know because they will change the whole world. Because we each knew that we could just connect together with the same thoughts, the same emotions, the same ideas, and be clear about them. Wow, honey, this world would change in such a short amount of time. And so, yeah, I get on here and I bitch about all the shit that I see because I'm like, why are we still there? Why are we allowing this to happen? People stand out in their yard and they're like, no, chemtrails go away. Not here. I do not consent. This is not allowed. And amazingly, the sky will clear. Could you imagine what it would be like if we all had that thought? If we all imagined that that was a thing and felt what it felt like to actually visualize it, we would create it. They would stop putting the chemtrails up. It's time to remember who we are because we are the most important thing. We We together, all of us. Doesn't matter how big you are. Doesn't matter what age you are. It does not matter. Did you not ever sit down with your children and have the imagination game? If you could have what you want, what would it be? What would it feel like to get it? What would it look like? What style would it be? Would it smell? What smell does it have? What emotion comes with the thing that you desire when you receive it? The imagination game. That's how we create our world, honey. Let's create our world, honey. It is time. It is time to feel who you truly are, to know that you are magnificent in all of creation because you are source. You are spirit who went, ooh, I want to experience all that I can experience in this form. And so you have the experience and you do what you choose to do. That's what it's about. So every time we stand up in unity and go, ooh, yes, this is good. It is lovely. And yes, there can be harmony on this realm. They have to throw something at us to bring us sorrow and pain so that we forget. And then we go, well, what would be the point? Because there's so much sorrow. There's so much anger. There's so much stuff. I wrote a message to somebody the other day, and it actually hurt me because they were like, oh, everybody hates each other. Humanity absolutely hates each other. No, honey, my wish for you is that you see the kindness of humanity, that you are actually able to witness the kindness and love that humanity is. I wish that for you, for each and every one of you, so you can remember that that's what we're made of, love. Who knew the hippies were right, guys? It's all about love, because you are love. Your neighbor is love. It doesn't matter if the sourpuss down the street, what they're doing, because they are love. They simply forgot. They are not allowing. They believed that life was so hard that they could not even allow kindness to come into their energy field. That's what that's about. It's like the difference between a freaking grape and a raisin. If you're a grape, you're full of all of these juices and you're so lush and you're like, oh my God, it's delicious and it's plump and it's wow, way out there. In a raisin, all that love has been compressed and compacted, and all you can see is the flip side of love, which is hate, fear, sorrow, confusion, doubt. We are so worthy because we are the stars. We are the stars. That's what my coaching page was. We are the stars. We never stop being the stars. We are the princess and princes on this earth. Prince and princesses, there you go. We are the one who inherited this earth. We are the ones who are to take care of this earth. And we have forgotten because we have disconnected with her. If we could imagine that all the earthquakes and the volcanoes and things would just be calm, that it would be, yeah, Earth has to let out steam. Earth has to do things. We do it too. We fucking fart and snot, and the Earth is going to do the same thing. It's a living being. So that's what she does. If we imagine that those were going to be calm and no different than, oh, she's just passing gas. Oh, she got a tummy ache. It's okay. She would not destroy the earth in which we live on. And the reason she's doing what she's doing is to remind us, hey, you can actually calm me down. She's only behaving that way because we're not taking care of it. It's no different than our own bodies. If we don't take care of our bodies, we end up with disease, right? You got a cold, you got some different things that happen because, or you have to, your body detoxes. You're not sick. You go through a detox. Your body has to cleanse out. Well, the earth is doing the same thing. Why do you think she's detoxing? We treated her like shit and we put all the chemicals in there and we're digging in her and we're dropping all the shit in the air and the earth is a living being. She allows us to be the living being here. If we did not have the earth, us as spirit, fractaled out, could not even have an experience because there would be no thing for that light to be pinpointed on. Our light could not exist if the earth was not here. Love yourself. Love your fucking neighbor. Love the crazy coot that nobody ever talks to. Just send love. Send love. You don't even have to be in their energy. Just send them love, because when you think of somebody, they get the energy. They may not know who it's coming from, although that spiritual ability is getting really, really strong for a lot of people. Telepathy is coming through really quick. Oh, I accidentally spoke this person's name. Oh, thanks for thinking of me. How great. That's all that was. Well, why am I saying this person's name? It's because they're thinking of you. Because the energy is there. Because energy is everywhere. We are energy. All it is. So remember who you are. Remember how fucking fabulous you are. And remember, you do have the power to not only change your life and the world that you live in, but the world that we all live in. Because we are one. We are one. We are source. We are spirit. We are. Remember that. Feel into that. And I will have some more information later. Okay? I love you all. Have a fabulous day.